Fans have been obsessed with the series ever since the first movie was released in May 2018. And now, after the release of The Kissing Booth 3, there are questions about a fourth movie. Let's dive into what we know about the series so far and why a fourth movie might not happen. From the beginning, you know how it begins. The plot is in the title. Elle, played by Joey King, is your average high school teenager who falls head over heels for the hottest senior in school. And after setting up a kissing booth for the charity fair, they share a kiss. Elle's first kiss. Mixed in between is the controversy of this hot guy, played by Jacob Elordi, being the brother of Elle's best friend Lee, played by Joel Courtney. In The Kissing Booth 2, Elle is juggling a long-distance relationship with her gorgeous boyfriend Noah, college applications, and a new connection with a handsome classmate who has the potential to alter her life. In The Kissing Booth 3, we watch as Elle has to make a decision on which college to attend after being accepted into both. Follow her best friend or the man she loves, Berkeley or Harvard. During her summer before college starts, Elle is torn apart during the decision-making process, and in the end, with the help from Noah and Lee's mother, learns that she needs to choose her own path. This path meant not going to college with either Lee or Noah. King told Entertainment Tonight, Elle has a lot of figuring out to do. In the end, she gives herself even more figuring out to do, which is crazy. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know why she does that. King also mentioned she doesn't know what the future holds for Elle and Noah. Things change, things happen, and I don't know where the story will take them. Nearing the end of the third film, we see the characters 6 years into the future. Elle is successfully working as a video game designer for a small company and has creative freedom, just as we know her character to be. Lee and Rachel are engaged after separating during college, and the three are reunited in Los Angeles. Finding themselves back in a familiar place, the fair, Noah and Elle meet again. We learn that Noah is offered 2 jobs, one in New York and another in LA. The film closes with them riding their bikes together, showing they have grown to be more mature and hinting at a possible reunion. The bike trip appears to be sentimental and a farewell ride with pals for the sake of nostalgia and hints at the creation of another movie. But then again, it's been left to our own imagination. I started these movies when I was 17. We were just like, we hope people like it. If anyone sees it, little did we know what a big impact this would have, says King. Since its debut on August 11th, The Kissing Booth 3 has rapidly risen to the top of Netflix's most watched lists. Fans are sure to desire more. According to a recent interview with the New York Times, Joey King says she's never tired of playing Elle, and selfishly, do I want to play Elle again? Absolutely. Unfortunately, for the fans of the Netflix series The Kissing Booth, there has been plenty of evidence to show there won't be a fourth installment. Release dates. The second and third films were filmed back-to-back in July 2020, so fans knew there would be a third feature. They just didn't know when they'd get to see it. The release date of the third film, fortunately for fans, was only 1 year after the sequel was released. King gave an acceptance speech after being awarded the People's Choice for Comedy Movie of 2020. The fact that our movie and my character brought some laughter to everybody at home, that makes me smile, she said. That makes me feel so good. That makes me feel so happy. Most notably, her address announced that the franchise's third and final film will be released in summer 2021. Because there is presently no narrative to work with or plans for production, and if there was to be more for fans, The Kissing Booth 4 would premiere on Netflix in 2023 at the earliest. From the author herself, the Netflix series are derived from Beth Reekles' novels of the same name. In her blog, author.bethreekles.com, Reekles writes about watching her series come to life in film. When I watched the third movie for the first time a couple of weeks ago, I sobbed my heart out. I felt like I was grieving, and I was. This was all 10 years in the making. 10 years of Elle and Lee and Noah, and now it's all come to an end. It's the final chapter in their story. It's the end of an era. These characters and these books have been with me through so much and have brought me so many life-changing and unforgettable moments. I know I'm going to miss it, and I know it's going to be hard to let go. But equally, I'm ready and excited to embrace what's next. With no talk or ideas regarding a fourth book, Reekles hasn't given supporters any reason to be hopeful. Words from the cast. Last year, Jacob Elordi, who plays Noah, told Vanity Fair, "This is really the last kiss," which implies pretty heavily that The Kissing Booth 3 is the last installment. Watching this story be wrapped up so nicely in like a beautiful bow, I think it would be a little hard to come back after that. "We made this ending exactly what I think it needed to be," says King. "It's incredibly hard to say goodbye to a role you've been playing for so long, and also to play this character at such crucial periods of my life," King told the Nerds of Color. "I think I'd like to see them all in a nursing home together. That'd be cool. That'd be quite interesting. Maybe it's like the film is a series of monologues of them recounting everything that happened from 20 to 92, Elordi told Entertainment Tonight. Megan, who plays Rachel, talks with Yahoo Life about the ending of the third film and how Elle and Noah's relationship ends. "I think it's refreshing. I feel like these movies are taking everything that you love about a good rom-com, but I think it's kind of modernizing it, and it's not sticking to this narrative of boy meets girl and they fall in love and it's straightforward. It's bringing in the realities of relationships and the complexities of relationships and challenges of relationships in all areas, whether it's romantic or with your family or your friends. I actually think that it's way more interesting and has a lot more depth and a lot more value. I think that's why these movies have been so popular, because they kind of challenged those original ideals for a rom-com," Joel Courtney replies. "I love that. I love that answer. She stole my words right out of my mouth." Joel and Megan are asked by Yahoo Life if a fourth movie is out of the question. M, "I mean, never say never." J, "Yeah, never say never. Maybe like a long way off, but I would say not in the foreseeable future." M, "Yeah, Joel, let's come back when we're like in our 40s or 50s. J, "Yeah, it could be like when our generation's kids are going to high school and like, how are we handling the kids?" M, "Yeah, I'd be down to do that." Come on, Netflix, give the viewers what they want. Has Netflix themselves given us any reason to believe there could be a fourth movie? The Netflix movies have made it a truly magical and incredible experience, with the story reaching tens of millions worldwide, says Reekles, author of the novels. Sadly, there are only 3 main installments in the series, as well as the 2 spin-offs, The Kissing Booth Road Trip and The Beach House, a Kissing Booth story. In other words, the source material has diminished, making a sequel to The Kissing Booth 3 exceedingly improbable on Netflix. But some are hopeful that it could turn into a TV series, while the third film is being billed as the conclusion to the Kissing Booth trilogy. The same thing happened recently with Netflix's other popular adolescent show, To All the Boys, which has now spawned into a spin-off TV series. Potential plot for a fourth movie. We know there's a lot more that could be explored in a fourth movie. Perhaps Elle's almost love interest Marco could make reappearance. A possible progression, or not, with Elle's father and his girlfriend Linda's relationship. There's also Lee and Rachel's wedding, and although Noah and Elle didn't reconnect until after being apart for 6 years, the wedding would be a perfect place to rekindle that love. Let's wrap things up. So as the evidence clearly suggests, there won't be The Kissing Booth 4. Reekles has said she's not going to write any more for the series, and the casts seem to have parted ways with their characters for good. Well, for now anyway. Let's check back on them in 50 years. Unless someone creates a new storyline for the series and turns it into a TV show for those adoring fans, of course. Thanks for watching.